Welcome to the Fear Special on the Daily Pashupati show. My name is Guru Pashupati, and today we're going to talk about another fear. This is a very common fear that people have, is the fear of social judgment. So our reader asks, how do I overcome social pressure? I'm afraid that people around me will judge me. You cannot overcome social pressure because it's going to be always there. Okay? You only have to not take it seriously. You have to understand that these people are acting from fear themselves. People who pressure you are afraid of something themselves. They're afraid of the embarrassment you will bring with your actions. Have you considered being empathetic to them? This is the first step that you should take. If somebody is putting social pressure on you for something, maybe you go to somebody's party and you don't want to have any alcohol, but they're like, drink one, no, otherwise I don't feel that you love me, so please have a drink. If somebody says some stupid things like that, then you have to tell them, what are you afraid will happen if I don't drink? Do you think I will actually love you less? Or what is it that you're afraid of? You think that if I don't drink now, I'll be an embarrassment to your other friends? Please tell me what the fear is, and then we can work around that. Be clean. Don't go on forcing me. Okay? So if your parents are forcing you to get married, how about being empathetic with them and then ask them, what are you afraid will happen to you? What is your vulnerability that if I don't get married? I want to understand that. And I want to help you. I don't want you to be vulnerable or afraid. So tell me what exactly will happen to you if I don't get married. They've never been asked this question because you've been just avoiding it and running away and trying to move out and doing all sorts of things. You don't have to do any of that. Talk to them about what their fear is. What do you think their answer will be? So the friend who's forcing you to drink is going to think about it and say, it's alright, I'll just have another drink because, I'm anyway having a drink because I don't want to think, and then you're making me think. So I don't want to think. I was just doing it. I don't even know why I'm doing it. You enjoy the party, no problem. I still love you. So easy. And even with your parents who go on pressuring you, then understand, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Find out what they're afraid of. Usually they're just afraid of, I don't have anything to say when they ask, when is your daughter getting married? Some fool will come and ask, your relatives will come and ask, right? It's the power of relatives to come and torture your parents. To say, when is your daughter getting married? When is your son getting married? And then they're like, oh, I got to send this to them. So they're afraid that they are going to be embarrassed in front of other people. Well, all they need to do is learn how to deal with their embarrassment by giving a proper answer. And the proper answer can be, maybe, my son is becoming a yogi, he's decided not to get married, you only go talk to him. How many relatives do you think will come and talk to you then? Ask your parents to invite your relatives to come and talk to you. And when they come to talk to you, tell them, you are not so important in my life. I don't owe you an answer for this, but I still love you. Bye-bye. So easy, right? You just take it far too seriously. All social pressure is other people feeling fear, and then you decide to feel anxiety and fear because other people are feeling fear. They're clumsy with their emotions. They don't know how to say no. They don't know how to handle pressure themselves, so they're coming and putting pressure on you. Remember, all social pressure is secondary. It's not primarily starting with this person. They become a victim and now they become an enforcer. It's like that fox who went and burnt its tail and then started convincing other foxes that you should also cut your tails off, because it's helping me run more fast because I'm more aerodynamic. And they're just trying to force something negative upon you all the time. So you just don't have to worry about it. Just don't worry about it. What are they going to do? They're going to beat you up, immediately leave the city, and call the cops. That relationship is over. If there's somebody who's going to beat me up physically, then obviously that person doesn't love me at all, and I'm just standing here foolishly trying to interact with them. But do you know why people stay in an abusive relationship? It's because of something called guilt. And where is this guilt coming from? It's coming from a past birth. So I've helped a lot of clients get over their guilt from past births, and they've been able to free themselves of all abusive relationships in their life. Do you want to do something like that? Get in touch with me. and I'll help you do it. But for the rest of you, this is what you have to do. This is really what you have to do. You have to be empathetic, find out why they're vulnerable, eliminate their vulnerability, and also encourage them to show more courage and not succumb to social pressure themselves. Say, see my example, I'm not succumbing to you. Do you like me any less? They're like, no, I actually like you. I'm just afraid of the other person. Then go and tell them that. They're afraid of some other person if they don't ask you. If the relative doesn't ask you about me, then obviously that relative was afraid that they'll come across as unconcerned. So they're just trying to protect themselves. They're just asking it for no reason. They don't have any investment in my marriage. Try to tell that to your parents. This is just an example. Could be any other kind of social pressure that you're facing. But if you get to the bottom of it, there's really nothing. They don't even want to change things. They're not even affected by it. This is secondary pressure coming from someone else, traced all the way back to an ancestor. So for this, you have to remove that runanubandha with whoever you are having this social pressure from. It's a karmic debt, because you would have done something and you're feeling guilty. So when they put pressure on you, you can't say no. Wherever you can't say no, it's because of guilt from previous lives. Did you know that? People who have trouble saying no, it's because you have guilt from previous lives. Alright? And I do a lot of workshops like this where I teach people. It's called Karma Visarjana. If you see any of them coming around, that's why you should follow this page. Okay? Follow this page and you'll see, follow this channel and you'll get announcements about when the next Karma Visarjana is coming around. Come there, learn and eliminate all of your useless karmas so that you don't have to engage even a moment of your life in answering such stupid questions about your life. It's your life. You can live it how you want. If they want another life, let them be born again and do it. Okay? You don't owe that to anybody to live the way that they want you to live. It's going to mess with your well-being. So do you want to be well or do you want to be stressed? You can decide what you want to be and then reach out appropriately to me and I'll definitely help you with this. I hope this gave you some insight into the psychology of social pressure. If it did, hit share because a lot of other people need to hear it. You have no idea how common this is, and thank you for asking a question from the heart, which is in everybody's heart. And please subscribe to this page and this channel so you don't miss all this wisdom that's coming your way every day on the Daily Pashupati show. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.